when we realized we were losing the football game and we're like, hey, you know what? Let's not injure our players, so let's then pull them out. That makes absolutely no sense to me. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Alfred Diaz back again on the mic with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Chargers sadly losing to the Denver Broncos and why Brandon Staley didn't bench his players. You know, we don't like to waste time around here, so let's jump right into it. First and foremost, a lot of people online and pretty much the entire Charger fan base thought that Brandon Staley was going to bench his starters, but evidently he did not. What had happened now, we saw that Mike Williams and Joey Bosa get injured during the game. Now, they're both expected to play against the Jacksonville Jaguars on Saturday night during prime time. But still, there's a looming issue here. Why did you not bench the starters? Now, I understand two things here. First being, if you're gonna go for the win, come up with a game plan to actually win the football game. You didn't. You lost. You started all of our players, risked injury before a playoffs game to lose the football game against the Denver Broncos. Now, I understand that you were trying to do that because of momentum, but what momentum were you trying to gain by losing the football game? I don't understand what the whole point of that was. It made no sense. We basically started Mike Williams to hurt him and then lose the football game. We hurt Mike Williams in a losing effort. What is happening here in Los Angeles? And on top of that, they said we only started 4 wide receivers. We only dressed 4 wide receivers. What kind of logistical error is that? That makes no sense to me. How have you only started 4 wide receivers? You have Mike Bandy you could pull up, you know what I mean? A couple of backup guys, you could do anything. You could have done something other than risk these players in a losing effort. You could have easily limited Mike Williams. You could have easily limited Keenan Allen, but you started them for a considerable amount of time, and that's inexcusable before a playoff game. It makes no sense. I would have much rather benching all the players and then losing, but starting them all and losing bro. That makes absolutely no sense. And for the record, I got some numbers for you guys. Take a look at the screen. Here, it's gonna be there, okay? Zion Johnson played 100% of the snaps. Matt Filer played 96%. Trey Pipkins played 81%. Now, Justin Herbert, quarterback, played 81%. Some key players here. Keenan Allen, 76% of the snap. Austin Eckler played 49%. It almost seemed like we decided to pull all these players in the fourth quarter when we realized we were losing the football game and we're like, hey, you know what? Let's not injure our players, so let's then pull them out. That makes absolutely no sense to me. That is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The thing that pissed me off the most was Brandon Staley doubled down on his action. Here's what Brandon Staley said. There's only 48 guys that you can choose from, and these aren't easy decisions. Hindsight is perfect for everybody on the outside, but these games are not easy to manage. They're not, because you don't have that many players. We did it to the best of our ability. Bullshit. Like, it makes no sense to me. I don't understand what Brandon Staley was thinking about. Brandon Staley playing his starters in a meaningless Week 18 game when he rests the guys for the entire preseason is coaching malpractice. Let's keep it going. Chargers memes said, I am violently angry right now. Staley just saw Mike Williams get carted off the field and decided to risk even more starters malpractice as a head coach. Oh, and on top of that, linebacker Kenneth Murray also got hurt. I didn't even know that. I saw that he came out of the game and took his helmet off, but I thought he was just resting. Turns out he hurt his knee. Another tweet, here's a tweet from Daniel Popper. Injuries are inevitable in the NFL, but this injury to Mike Williams, this one was entirely avoidable. And instead of sizing up a playoff matchup, we are left with one question. Why did Brandon Staley play his starters so late against the Broncos? And again, I'm going to wrap this up with a final point that everyone is thinking, okay? You have to be able to limit the snaps for your starters so you don't risk injury. I understand going into the playoffs with a lot of momentum, but on top of that, you need to come up with a better game plan against the Denver Broncos. Allowing 31 points is absolutely ridiculous, and allowing a touchdown right before half in less than 20 seconds in 3 plays is absolutely ridiculous. You understand what I'm trying to tell you guys? Like, it makes no sense to me. If you are attempting to rest your players and we lose that football game with just our backups in, I'm okay with that. It didn't happen. We played our starters. 3 players got hurt. Mike Williams, Joey Bosa, and Kenneth Murray, apparently. I'm sure there's more out there, but those are just off the top of my head right now. And we still lost the football game. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. Going into this Jags game, I really hope that Brandon Staley, Joe Lombardi, and Ronaldo have put together a game plan that is absolutely going to dethrone the Jags, because we lost to them, painfully lost to them in week 3 of the season. But we want it back in blood, man. I'm hoping the Chargers pull through. And I don't know. I don't know what Brandon Staley's thinking. The entire Twitterverse doesn't know what Brandon Staley's thinking. You at home don't know what Brandon Staley was thinking. I don't know what, like, it makes, and no Charger fan in the world knows what Brandon Staley was thinking. It makes no sense what he was. I didn't understand what he was doing. We legitimately started Mike Williams to hurt him. Thankfully, it's not as severe but that could have been terrible. That is just poor leadership. That's poor logistics. That's poor head coaching ability. That's just a lot of things that should not have been done. But nonetheless, we lost the football game, and we're moving forward to the playoffs. We play the Jags Saturday night. I'm going to see you guys there with my wrap-up video, and that's it for today. It's been your boy Aphrodisiac signing out. Till next time. Peace!